Hello everyone, welcome back. We're going to do a quick snapshot of the Bitcoin market on the 4-hour chart. Every bar on this chart represents a 4-hour period of time in Bitcoin. So we survived the drop for now, the parabolic move that happened. Let's go ahead and do a quick recap. The market dropped from 20,000. This drop did some range bouncing around, pulled back, rough 50% Fibonacci retracement, and then it did this drop here, and this drop was the big one that caused everybody to panic and say that it was the end of Bitcoin and everything was over. Now remember, on my last video I told you that we were getting a big parabolic move and a gap in the Ichimoku cloud here. So remember, I said price will always either pull back to the cloud or hug and get close to the cloud, and that's what we see here. So the gap is closing, right? That's good news. That's always going to happen. Price will never just parabolically run in any direction forever. So it's always going to pull back to the cloud. It may not happen when we want it to, but it will, and that's what's been happening lately. So we do see a little bit of stabilization for now. So let's pull a fib from this stabilization period here, high, Bill Williams fractal, right before this drop that happened, down to the bottom. And we'll pull it across. And when we do this, we'll see that price is now touching the 50% retracement multiple times here. Okay, so it could technically come into this area, price could come into this area and then do another trek down if we're going to follow a classic stair-step ABC pattern. Or if we go back to the 50% original pullback and bring this one over, it gives us a little more room for Bitcoin to pull back into these areas, right into this resistance area here, before doing another drop, if it's going to continue in this downtrend. That's just something we have to wait and see. So let's look at a little bit of market structure here. We're going to do some support and resistance levels. And remember, on my previous video I talked about this support level here. So what happened when price broke below and closed below this support level? What happens to this support level? Anyone? Say it out loud. It becomes resistance. So now this is a resistance level because price is now trading below this structure. This is resistance level. So now that we have a new resistance, we have to go back and find new support. And by a quick look at the chart, we can see some structure support right in this area. So new resistance levels, new support levels. We'll be looking for price to pull into the resistance level and either trade above it. This will turn back into a support level, or bounce off of resistance and go back into support. But keep this in mind, that as long as we trade below the red Ichimoku cloud, when you see a red Ichimoku cloud on the screen, we are in a downward bear market. We are in a bear market. And do not let anybody tell you different. We are in a bear market until we either get in the cloud or begin to trade above the cloud. Until then, we're in the bear market and act accordingly. Remember, I also talked about buying Bitcoin whenever we see the RSI go into oversold levels, which it did in this area here. But this could be tricky also, because the RSI, as you see it pulling back, this could be a temporary pullback and it dip again and start hitting oversold areas multiple times. We can see that happen in markets. So in a long-term downtrend, price will continually dip at certain times and points below the RSI. So always keep that in mind. Until we officially get back above this cloud, we're in bear territory. So that's where we have to realistically look at this market until the market says otherwise. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one.